Hi, this is another video of where in the world was global awakening. In this video, we're going to look at the year 2014. In 2014, Global went on 15 different trips and visited 8 different countries. Some of the countries that they visited was Hong Kong, Singapore, Brazil, China, Mozambique, and Colombia. It's amazing to think about how many nations that we touch in one year. In 2014, guess how many team members went on all of those trips? A grand total of 552. Also that year, there was over 5,000 physical healings, over 3,000 emotional and deliverances, over 70 blind eyes were opened, over 100 deaf ears opened, and over 50 tumors disappeared. That is amazing. On some of our trips, you often hear that when we give testimonies, we give Jesus praise by going 1, 2, 3, praise Jesus. So let's do that now. 1, 2, 3, praise Jesus. Here are some pictures from the London trip. By chance, the viewer, did you go to London with Global Awakening? Did you go on any of our trips in 2014? If you did, we will love to see your pictures. So, feel free to post below. Also, it's very important, I believe, it's to be able to kind of reminisce and to think about God's faithfulness in that year and every year. So at this time, we're going to have Kyle chime in with some testimonies that happened on some of those trips.
Hey everyone, here's some great testimonies I found from 2014. In London, a girl in her 20s had recently contracted chronic fatigue syndrome. She was blaming herself for this condition, so the team member led her through forgiveness. The girl received emotional healing when she stopped blaming herself and she entered into rest. Miraculously after this, she was able to stand and she felt totally rejuvenated. She left feeling happy and energized. In Sri Lanka, a girl had pain in her left wrist. There was an abnormal lump of bones that had collected in her wrist, and she could feel it when she touched it. She was unable to raise her hand without pain. So the team member prayed and felt like the Holy Spirit was leading them to pray for unforgiveness. So they renounced spirits of unforgiveness, resentment, bitterness, and anger. After this, she lifted her hand and felt no pain. The lump of bones was completely gone, and she was healed. In Colombia, a man came up for prayer for his left eye, which was red, swollen, puffy, and leaking fluid. So the team member prayed and led the man through forgiveness for someone who had hurt him. At first, he showed no signs of healing. But the next night, the man found the team member and showed him his eye. The swelling and redness was gone, and there was no leakage. And the eye looked completely normal, perfectly matching the other eye. In Brazil, there was a man in his mid-20s who had bronchitis for 2 years. He heard that the church was having a healing service, and he came seeking relief. He was in pain the whole service, but then a word of knowledge was given describing his exact condition. At first, he didn't stand in response, but later, he came through a prayer line. So a team member prayed for him once, and his breathing improved. The team member prayed again, but this time the man started coughing. He felt something odd in the left side of his chest, so the team member commanded it to go. He felt the heat move to his back. So once more, the team member commanded it to go, and it left. The man took a few overly deep breaths to test it out, and he did so with no pain, no restrictions, and no coughing. He was completely healed. So that's all the testimonies I want to share today. I hope that encouraged your faith and got you excited about what God is going to do in your life. Back to you, Shelley.
Kyle, thank you for sharing those testimonies. They were amazing and powerful to be able to hear all the different creative miracles and the healings that had happened. If you went on a trip with Global Awakening in 2014, please comment below, share your memories, share pictures. So thank you again for watching another video of Where in the World was Global Awakening.